Friday morning. Welcome to net number 1092 of the Morning Brew. This N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. I'll be doing the first hour along with Vicky, KE8VKY. Then we'll turn it over to Jeff, KE0GKF, along with Vicky. Then after the Morning Brew, there will be a second cup with Dick and Vicky. Hope everybody can stick around. Just a couple of announcements. Tonight, 8 o'clock, YouthNet. Bring third-party traffic to children, grandchildren, whoever, and help support the youth. Monday night, there is another Zoom Room presentation. This one is about the Antique Wireless Association here in Bloomfield, New York. Should be very interesting. I've been there a couple times, and all the artifacts and stuff they have is just incredible. They have working ham shack and stuff, and so it should be very interesting. And tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, 40-meter net, 7.245. And 11 o'clock, Saturday night, trivia net. Let's see. We have quite the text check-ins already. We might have to split it up this morning. We'll run through the list real quick from the top down. We have Roy, KA8BYU, Larry, KM7CGI, Randall, K8UFM, Adam, W9AFK, Wayne, KC2NJV, Jimmy, KD9YUZ, Mark, KE2EDS, Greg, VA3GLJ, Eric, VE3XTD, Ray, M3DQD, Jay, K1MCO, Bob, VK4BYF, Glenn, N3LLY, Greg, V3EYR, Michael, KF8EBV, Bill, KI4EGQ, Zachary, KI6KQO, Dan, WA8PGV, Chuck, W3CVE, Charles, KD2IUI, Ben, WD8CZP, Chip, K8YDR, Norm, NY1US, David, N6QDY, and Bob, W3ICQ. The question today is, what operating system is on your computer? Windows, Mac, OS, Linux, or something else? Let's take some mobile stations. Mobiles only, call signs twice.
November Tango 1 Mexico. November Tango 1 Mexico mobile. Kilo 4 Kilo Zulu Zulu KK4KZZ mobile.
November 1 November Delta November N1 Indian mobile.
Whiskey Lima Hotel Whiskey 5 Whiskey Lima Hotel.
Charlie 1 Juliet Papa Delta. Kilo Charlie 1 Juliet Papa Delta. Mobile in and out. Good morning.
Alpha 3 Bravo Victor Hotel. Victor Alpha 3 Bravo Victor Hotel mobile. KJ5 MLZ Kilo Juliet 5 Mike Lima Zulu.
All right, that's a pretty good list of mobiles today. We have Brian, VA3BVH, Ezra, KJ5MLZ, Jeffrey, KC1JPD was in and out. Thank you for stopping by. Wayne, W5WLH, Bernie, N1NDN, Mark, KK4KZZ, and John, NTM1M. Did we miss any mobile stations?
W8NJT, Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango.
1 Lima Echo X-Ray, Kilo Tango 1, Echo X-Ray.
Okay, we'll acknowledge Nick, W8NJT, and Alistair, KT1LEX. Let's go up to John, NT1M. What operating system's on your computer? Windows, Mac, Linux, something else?
Oh. Most of the computers are Windows. I do have an Android, and I do have a Linux. Have a good morning and a good weekend, y'all. November Tango, 1 Mexico, Mobile, Central Florida.
Well, thank you, John. Hope you have a good weekend yourself. Mark, KK4KZZ.
Good morning and TGIF. Happy Friday, everybody. My main computer is a Mac, so Mac iOS. And, of course, I have other computers, but that's just because I'm weird and like computers. I actually like them when they work. So, yeah, Mac iOS is the main one. And I will have a great day, KK4KZZ.
Yeah, it's always best when they work. And, you got computers. A lot of guys have HTs. Have a great weekend. Bernie, N1NDN.
Good morning, N1NDN. Well, I might be the sickest one of the bunch then, because I have computers and HTs. I have every operating system, Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS. Take your pick. I got pretty much everything. I have a laptop in every room because I don't like to walk to the next room to get my laptop. And, yeah, I've got a bunch of HTs as well. It's a disease. It really is. Good morning from Queensbury, New York. 29 degrees and sunny. Let's keep that one going for a while. N1NDN, back to net. Good morning.
Oh, Bernie. Man, oh, man. We'll put you in the all column. Have a great weekend. Wayne, W5WLH.
Morning, everybody. I'm going to have to go in the all column as well. I have all of the above, and I'm just as sick. Thanks very much. You guys have a great day. Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel, back to net control.
Very good, Wayne. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Ezra, KJ5MLZ.
KJ5MLZ. Good morning. Good morning to all. My computer, man, little I know about them, I have Windows. Definitely have Windows. Everyone have a great day today, and we'll talk with y'all on Monday. KJ5MLZ. Clear.
Oh, thank you, Ezra. Hope you have a great weekend. Brian, VA3BVH.
Yeah, good morning, Net Control, and everybody on the brew, VA3BVH Mobile. Well, that's a loaded question for me. I am a complete geek and nerd. I have a lot of variety, but it's mainly Windows, and I've been really getting into Linux the last decade, several different flavors of Linux. I find computers very fascinating and a big part of my recreational time. So anyhow, have a great weekend, everybody, and I'm just on my way into the office to finish out the week. VA3BVH Mobile, back to net.
Well, hopefully your day goes smooth and you get to enjoy the weekend. Thanks for checking in. Nick, WANJT.
Morning, everybody on net. Put me down for Windows. Most of my stuff is that. Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango, back to net control.
Windows it is. Have a great weekend, Nick. Thanks for checking in. Alistair, KT1LEX. KT1LEX, you still with us? Might have been in and out. Let's go up the top of the list here. Start with Roy, KA8 BYU. Good morning. KA8 BYU. Roy, you with us? Nothing heard. Let's go to Larry, KM7CGI.
Ventured into the other one. Everybody have a great day. Back to you, KM7CGI.
We didn't get the first part of your answer there, Larry.
That Windows, always had Windows operating system.
Very good. Hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. This is N2BH. Let's go to Randall, K8UFM.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicki, and good morning to all on frequency. That would be Windows. And with that, this is K8UFM, back to net, and everyone have an outstanding day.
Well, thank you, Randall. Hope you have a good day and enjoy your weekend. Adam, W9AFK.
Good morning, everybody from Chicago. Happy Friday, and definitely put me down for Windows. Still operating on Windows 10. I'm understanding a lot of people are having glitches with Windows 11, so put me down for Windows. W9AFK, back to net.
Windows it is. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Wayne, KC2NJV.
Good morning, Bill and the rest of the crew. KC2NJV. I got everything. I have a Fedora Core. I have Debian using Raspberry Pi. My Mac, just brick. So instead of throwing out the computer, I put on Linux Mint. And I use Windows. And so I'm an all person. Have a great day.
Very good, Wayne. One or two there I've never even heard of. Hope you have a great weekend. Jimmy, KD9YUZ, good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicki, and good morning to everybody out there on the Brew Crew. I run Windows here. Everybody have a great weekend. KD9YU Net.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. Hope you do the same. Mark, KE2EDS, part of the Open Mic Night.
Bill, good morning, Vicki, and the rest of the crew. I have Windows 10, which I do need to get upgraded. Have a great day, a great weekend. KE2EDS.
Very good, Mark. Yeah, I've got a computer upstairs that has Windows 10. I keep getting all these messages that support is ending. Have a great day. We'll talk to you shortly. Greg, VA3GLJ, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Bill. Good morning to the Brew Crew. And answer to your question is I run Mac OS, 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. Happy Friday, folks. 73, VA3GLJ.
Very good, Greg. Yeah, we're starting out at 35. We're going to get up in the 40s, I believe. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Eric, VE3XTD.
Windows here. Unfortunately, I don't like it, but I can't get anything else to work, so I'm stuck with it. VE3XTD.
very good, Eric. Yeah, some things you just have to live with, I guess. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Ray, N3DQD, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and everyone else in there this morning. This is N3DQD. I do not have a computer. I have an iPad that runs, of course, iOS, and my hotspot is running Linux. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Very good. Ray, we'll put you down for iOS, and hope you have a great weekend. JK1MCO.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. This is Kilo 1 Mike Charlie Oscar in Orlando. I use main computer Windows, and my laptop also is Windows, although I have a Mac as well that use iOS, but the two main computers, Windows. You have a great day, Bill, and Vicky, and everybody, and this is K1MCO in Orlando, 73.
Well, thank you, Jay. Hope you have a good day and get to enjoy your weekend. Well, let's go over to Bob, VK4BYF.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Yeah, mainly we've got Windows 10 on the Surface, and we run iOS on the phones and iPads. A little bit of interesting information. I drove the coal trains for a while. The diesel, 4,000 horsepower diesel, is running a Windows 98 to control everything. And the electric ones, 5,000 horsepower apiece, run Windows XP. So how's that for old stuff? And they're running them still today. Okay, VK4BYF, back to Brew Crew.
Very good, Bob. Man, that's something else. I did my laptop with XP refurbished, of course, so I could do some programming, and yeah, that's amazing. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for checking in. Let's see if Roy is here, KA8BYU. Nothing heard. Let's go to Glenn, N3LLY.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. LLY checking in with a chilly 36 degrees on the thermometer here in Glen Burnie, Maryland. I am definitely running Windows at the moment, and I really like it. Back to you, Bill.
Very good, Glenn. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you stopping by. Greg, KB3EYR.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky. Everyone on the Brew Crew. This is KB3EYR. And being in the IT industry professionally, I guess I have to say all of them because I pretty much touch everything that's out there. Have a great weekend. Back to Net Control.
Very good, Greg. All it is, and hope you have a great weekend. Michael, KF8EBV.
Morning, Bill. Morning, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew Crew. Definitely a Mac guy, both at work and at home. Back to Net Control, KF8EBV.
Mac it is. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Let's go to Bill, KI4EGQ.
Well, good morning to all the Brew Crewers. I guess you have to put me down for all. My main desktop is Windows 11. Got iOS on the phone and the iPad. XYL has a Mac. We've got a Raspberry Pi running Pi Star. Got a Sherry running the Debian, whatever you say, and throw a new one in there for you. The plug-in Prius hybrid has the Prius OS. So, yeah, there's a new one for you. KI4UGQ. Have a great weekend.
Very good, Bill. We put you in the all column. Have a great weekend. This N2BH question of the day is, what operating system is your computer? Windows, Mac OS, Linux, or something else? Let's go to Zachary, KI6KQO.
Good morning to Bill, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. KI6KQO here, Florida Central. We got 52.2 degrees, so a little crispy this morning. Put me down for a Windows machine. Everybody have a blessed weekend. 7-3 to the group. KI6KQO back to net.
Windows it is, and hopefully it warms up for you. Have a good day. Dan, WA8PGV.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the brew. I'm running Windows 10 on a desktop and a laptop, and I've always had a love-hate relationship with it because I go back all the way to Windows 2.1, which was a pretty damn crude piece of software. Back to you, Whiskey Alpha 8, Papa Golf Victor.
Oh, and the machines were an awful lot bigger, too. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Chuck, W3CVE, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and everybody on the brew there. Put me down for Windows there, Bill. Have a great day and a great weekend. W3CVE.
Well, thank you, Chuck. Hope you have a good day and get to enjoy your weekend also. Charles, KD2YUY.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody listening into the brew. And good morning, Vicky. Put me down in the Windows column. Windows. 73 all back to net control, KD2YUY.
Windows it is, Charles. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Ben, WD8CZP, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, and everyone in the Zoom room and everybody on the Brew Crew. I'd like to quote one of my favorite movies. I have both kinds of music, country and Western. I have a Mac OS for my main computer, but I have a HP laptop on Windows 11 for radio programming and anything along those lines. So that's what I got going here in the camper. And it is, yes, 50 degrees. I've already been out riding my bike. Still had to have my gloves on. It's a little chilly. But the last couple of days it's been fantastic weather this afternoon. Should get to the mid to high 70s here in Winter Haven, Florida. Back to Bill, Net Control, WD8CZP.
Very good, Ben. Hopefully it warms up for you there, and at least you're able to get out this morning. Have a great weekend. Chip, KAYDR.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the Brew Crew from Marysville, Michigan. Well, I'm primarily a Windows 11 guy. I got 3 computers, one for my radios, one for a small data miner, and I got another laptop that I use for just about everything else. I do have a small single board computer that has a Linux-based system, or Linux, however you pronounce it, that I use for ham clock. And that's it. Have a great day.
Very good, Chip. Hope you have a good day yourself, and enjoy the weekend. Norm, NY1US, good morning.
morning, crew today. And what I primarily use on the laptop is Windows, and but the like you said, single board computers for ham radio are run on Debian 12. So very good. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend. Back to you, Bill.
Well, thank you, Norm. Hope you have a good weekend yourself, and appreciate you being here every day. Let's see, we have a couple more text check-ins I'll run, and then we'll acknowledge some more text check-ins, and we'll take some general check-ins. We have David, N6QDY. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill, Vicky, the Brew Crew, and everybody in the Zoom control room. Good to hear everybody. The answer to my question is DOS. No, I'm just kidding. Put me down for all. Put me down for all. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for doing what you do. This is David, N6QDY, back to net control.
DOS, oh, what fun that was. Have a great weekend, David. Appreciate you checking in. Bob, W3ICQ.
Good morning, Bill. You can put me down for all. I jump from one to the other. Like them all. I don't have any problems with any of them. And I don't know why people have problems with Windows 11, because I've been using it for about 3 years without any problems.
Acknowledge Charlie, NA2B, Rod, WD8KOB, Gary, NAZFH, Robert, KJ4ZFM, Dan, W2PUT, Al, K8BAC, and Terry, N5RTC. Let's take some general check-ins. Call signs twice and orderly.
JJ7, Alpha 5, Juliet, Whiskey, Mobile. Kilo, Charlie 5, Charlie, Zulu, X-Ray, KCZX.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray, Juliet. Kilo, Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray, Juliet.
Kilo, Oscar 4, Whiskey Delta Foxtrot, KO4, WGF, Lee, Portable, in and out.
W8, WHK, W8, WHK.
Kilo, Echo 8,
November, November, India, Sierra, Kilo, Sierra, November to India, Sierra, Kilo, Sierra, Kilo.
KK7, GY, KKEY,
Kilo, Echo 8, Sierra, Mike November, KE8, SMN. Good morning. In and out today.
K4GDS, K4GDS, K4GDS.
Jeff, on the GM computers, you're still queued up. Can you disconnect, please? You're still queued up. Can you disconnect, please?
There we go. We'll acknowledge this list. We have James in the mole, AA5JW, Clark, KKDY, Daryl, KC5CZX, KJ, KQ4UXJ, Tim, VE3TGN, Lee, KO4WDF, Bill, W8WHK, Jeff, KE8SMN was in and out today. Thank you for stopping by. Bob, N2ISK, and Gil, K4GDS. If we miss you, come with your call sign twice.
Kilo Echo 2,
KQ4VSN, Kilo Quebec 4 Victor Sierra November, in and out. KD6TDN, Kilo Delta 6, Papa Delta November.
Kilo Charlie, Uniform Kilo. Kilo Charlie 3, Uniform Kilo. In and out.
All right, let's hold up there. Man, we got quite a list. We got Chris, KE2EED. Richard, KQ4VSN was in and out. Thank you for stopping by. I believe it was KD6PDN, Bruce. Is that correct?
How about Whiskey 6, Bravo Romeo November, Bruce, W6BRN, Bruce.
Yeah, that works, Bruce. Thank you very much. We had Randall, K5RLR, and Herbert, KC3UUK was in and out. Thank you for stopping by. And it looks like a couple more text check-ins, N0CK and KE2ARC. Let's go up to our mobile. James, AA5JW. What operating system's on your computer? Windows, Mac, Linux, something else?
Well, good morning, Bill and Vicky. Thank you for running that this morning, and good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring Mobile in Houston for work today. Got a beautiful sunrise in the windshield and not a cloud in the sky. It's a great day to be alive, and it's Friday. To the question at hand. I am a jack of all trades when it comes to my operating system. I run Mac, I run Linux, I run Windows, run Raspbian. I basically run them all. I've got all kinds of different computers doing different else, but I'm a technology nerd. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to net. Let's stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Very easy. Put you in the all column. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. This is N2BH. Let's go up to Charlie and Bertie and A2B. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill. Everybody on that from Bertie and I in Tampa Bay. Actually a pleasant 58 this morning. Considerably warmer than yesterday. HI. Anyway, Bill, response to the question, Windows 11. I have that on my laptop that I use when I go around for association meetings, and I have one of those little small mini computers, little about the size of a cigarette pack that plugs onto the back of my USB monitor. I tell you, that thing just rolls along flawlessly. NA2B, back to that.
Very good, Charlie. It sounds kind of neat. You guys have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Rod, WDA-KOB.
This is WDA-KOB. Well, let's see. I use Windows 11, and I go all the way back to DOS, Disk Operating Systems. Hey, have a great weekend. Enjoy. WDA-KOB, back to them.
Well, thank you, Rod. Hope you have a good weekend yourself. Appreciate you checking in. Gary, N8ZFH.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and the crew. And you put me down for Windows 11. I go back to the PDP-8 when computers were fun. Now they're tools and they're mostly aggravating. Please check me in and out. N8ZFH, back to net.
Oh, they sure can be. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Robert, KJ4ZFM.
Wow, I was hoping that I did come in behind that gentleman there that you just called. I forget the call sign, but I was kind of waiting. I just hope all you Windows 11 users are aware of the TPN chip set that's in those Windows 11 computers are a very, very big problem. I've been reading about them for the last couple of days. I do use the Windows 11. Actually, I'm still on Windows 10 right now, but I haven't bought a Windows 11 computer. But I just hope everyone's aware of that TPN chipset in the Windows 11. It's been a problem, and there's a big write-up about it if anyone wants to check. Kilo Jupiter 4 Zulu Foxtrot Michael. Hope everyone has a blessed day.
Thank you, Robert. Hopefully that'll help some people, and hope you have a great week. Up next, one of our team members, Dan, W2PUT. Good morning.
Good morning. It's 32 degrees up here in Akiak. We're our last trip up here this year to get it closed up for the winter. Looks like it's going to be a nice morning, though. So to answer the question, my primary computers are Windows, but I still frequently use DOS on a secondary basis because I still play a lot with old radios. It's the only way to program them. Back to you, W2PUT.
Dan. Yeah, sad time of year, closing things up, and I got the motorcycle on the jack plugged in and covered up, but ready to go if we need it. Have a great weekend. Up next, one of our team members and host of the 40-meter net tomorrow, Hal, K8BAC.
Hey, good morning, Bill, Vicki, everybody on the brew crew. I guess primary computer would be Windows 11. I do have a couple of Raspberry Pis hooked up to screens that I'll mess around on every once in a while, but mostly Windows. I've never had a problem with them. The only problem I have is a lot of junk runs in the background, slows them down after a while. But everybody have a great day. We'll see you back hopefully 40 meters tomorrow morning. KBAC, back to you, Bill.
Well, thank you, Al. Hope you have a good Friday, and I've got a breakfast tomorrow, so I'll be missing the net, but hopefully it goes well. Hope the conditions are good. Terry, N5RTC.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and the rest of the brewers this morning. I have a bit of everything, so put me down for all. N5RTC, back to net control.
We put you in the all column. Have a good day, Terry. Appreciate you checking in. Clark, KK7DY.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and the rest of the brew crew. I run Windows 11 on my desktop. Back to net control, KK7DY.
Very good, Clark. Hope you have a great weekend. Daryl, KC5CZX.
Well, good morning, Bill, and the rest of the brew. And here I have both Linux and Windows. So back to net, KC5CZX.
Very good, Daryl. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. KJ, KQ4, UXJ.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. It's 35 degrees here in Charlotte currently. Looks like we're going to get up high up between 67 and 69. To answer the question, I use a combination of a Windows 11 for the primary PC and Android for a tablet and another little laptop, and iOS for iPad to fly my drones on. That's about it. 73s to the net. KQ4 UXJ back to net control.
Very good, KJ. Appreciate checking in. Hope you have a great weekend. This N2BH, just a couple quick announcements. Tonight, YouthNet, 8 o'clock. Bring the children, grandchildren, neighbors' children, with third-party traffic, so welcome and help support the kids. There will be a second cup today following the morning brew. And Monday night, 8 o'clock in the Zoom room, is a presentation on the Antique Wireless Museum here in Bloomfield, New York. Been there a couple times myself, and it's very interesting, and it should be a good presentation. Hope you can join us. Tim, VE3 TGN, what operating system is on your computer? Windows, Mac, Linux?
Morning, Net Controller there, Vicky there. I use Windows. They're definitely works real good on that. So have a good weekend and 73 to this is VE3 TGN Windsor. Back to your Net Control.
Well, thank you, Tim. Hope you have a good weekend yourself, and appreciate you checking in every day. Lee, KO4 WDF. KO4 WDF. Lee, are you still with us? Nothing heard. Let's go to Bill. WHK. How are things in Florida this morning?
Oh, things are wonderful here. It's warming up finally. Of course, it's 50 degrees, or that's what it was when I got up. It's sunny, and we're expecting warmer temperatures. And I have a Mac desktop here, so it's running SOX, and then a couple of Chromebooks on Chrome OS, and in a sort of boxed, I don't even know where they're at anymore, computers, little ones. And so that's it. I got to get ready to go get some coffees and donuts over at our rec center, so we'll see you later. This is WAWHK. Back to you, Bill, at Net Control 73s.
Very good, Bill. Hope you enjoy the coffee, donuts, and the social time, and have a great weekend. Bob, N2ISK.
Good morning, Bill and crew. All the Windows versions over the years, I don't use them anymore. I only use Windows 10 for operating, making labels on my P-Touch machine that's connected, and for programming some radios, but primarily all of my PCs boot to Linux, called Zorin Linux. It looks like Windows, but it is many times better and more reliable, and all the Office compatible packages and everything are free. So I can only recommend that. That is, Zorin Linux is a great thing to look into because I use that almost exclusively now. So, Windows, Windows has a lot more problems than some others. There you go. Enjoy ice cream.
Yeah, very good, Bob. That sounds interesting. Might have to check into that. Have a great weekend. Gil, K4 GDS.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and everyone on the brew. macOS 26.1, always current, always patched. K4 GDS, back to net. Have a wonderful Friday, everyone.
Well, thank you, Gil. Hope you have a good day and enjoy your weekend. Chris, KE2EED.
I moved to Linux about 15 years ago. I have about 3 Linux machines, and I have one Windows machine, but that's a work machine. That's a laptop. I kind of have to leave Windows on that, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm pretty much 100% Linux guy.
Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Let's go to Bruce, W6BRN.
Good morning to the crew. Windows is my primary for business purposes, but I do have a machine running Linux. I've been playing with the Bluetooth, and I've got another machine which I haven't even back there. Has nothing on it. I'll have to reformat it. My intention was to play with it, but I haven't gotten around to it. Anyway, have a good day. Wishing everyone a good day. It's raining here like there's no tomorrow. Heavy rains in Southern California. And probably end up with mudslides. So, Whiskey 6, Bravo, Romeo, November, clear.
Well, hope you stay safe, Bruce, and stay dry. Have a great weekend. Randall, K5RLR.
Well, good morning there, Vicky, and everybody else on the crew. Brother Scott is out there listening this morning. K5RLR. Would it be appropriate to say alphabet soup? Hi. Put me down for all the above. I'm sure I've got one of everything. Hope everybody has a good day. 7-3 to all. And we'll see everybody here Monday. Thanks for running that bill. We do appreciate it. K5RL. Back to you, sir.
Good, Randall. All it is, and we appreciate you checking in every day and hope you have a great weekend. Mark, N0CKV.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, the rest of the brew crew, everybody else on the net. Primarily Windows. Supposed to get up to 67 degrees, 4 degrees above normal. Everybody have a nice weekend. N0CKV, back to net.
Oh, very good, Mark. Boy, that'd be nice. We've been running like 20 degrees below normal. I think winter might be here. Have a great weekend. Ron, KE2ARC.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, everybody on the net. Yeah, we're running 33 degrees here, about our average this time of year. It's a little bit of snowfall, but nothing accumulated yet. Windows, only on one computer. It's the only thing I know how to use. Everybody have a good KE2ARC, back to that.
Windows it is. Have a great weekend, Ron. Appreciate you checking in. Jim, KD3ATQ.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the rest of the brew crew. Primarily Windows. We have a mix of a bunch of stuff, but primarily Windows. Back to net control, KD3ATQ.
Very good, Jim. Hope you have a good day. Appreciate checking in with us. Let's see, we'll acknowledge some more text check-ins. We have Bill, KA5PMI, Greg, KJ5LJJ, Roger, KO4QMM, Randy, W2RBC, Donnie, KM4CTB, and Bob, KC2JZE. Let's go to Bill, KI5PMI. What operating system's on your computer? Windows, Mac, Linux?
Good morning, Bill, everybody on the brew. I use Mac OS phones, iPads, and my desktop and my laptop, but I do have one Windows laptop for work that I use to call outs and to log in and stuff like that. So my main one at the house here is Mac. Hope everybody has a great Friday, and KI5 PMI. Back to net.
Well, thank you, Bill. Hope your Friday goes well and you get to enjoy the weekend. Greg, KJ5LJJ. KJ5LJJ. Greg, you with us? Yeah, mighty head step away. Let's go to one of our team members, Roger, KO4QMM. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bill and the brew. You can put me down for Windows, and it's mostly used for QRZ and DX Watch. It's about what my computer does. And beautiful day here in Central Florida. Looking forward to getting the grocery getter out. 77 degrees. Got a few chores to do. And thanks, Bill, for all the wonderful net controlling you do. You always sound good and cheerful. And thanks for that. Everybody have a wonderful day. Free from the Sunshine State. KO4QMM clear.
Well, thank you, Roger. Hopefully you get to enjoy your trip around town this morning, and sure we'll talk to you later. Up next, another team member, Randy, W2RBC. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and everyone on the Morning Brew. My primary computers are all Windows 11, but I also have a Linux machine. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2RBC.
Very good, Randy. Hope you have a good day. Donnie, KM4CTB.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and everybody on the net. KM4CTB, Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, where it's sunny and 52 already. Going up to the 70s and going to flirt with the 80s over the weekend, so we'll be thinking about you, Bill. Yeah, we've upgraded to the Windows 11. We'll see what kind of funny stuff we get with that. And added the Windows 10 machine to the collection. And never give up an old laptop. You never know what radio it might program 5 years from now. Have a great weekend. Thanks for doing that, Bill. KM4CTB, back to that.
Well, thanks for thinking of us, Donnie. Hope you have a great weekend. Bob, KC2JZE.
Good morning to all on that. I have a Windows 11 desktop and a Windows 11 notebook, Android phone. Of course, the wife has to have her iPhone. Back to that. Have a great day, everyone.
Very good, Bob. Hope you have a great weekend. Roy, KA8BYU.
Everybody on the brew. KA8BYU. Yeah, I'm using Windows 10 on the laptop and the tablet, and I've got an Android phone. So, yeah, I do the same thing. I keep old laptops. I have a old IBM ThinkPad that's still running Windows 95. You never know when it might come in handy. So... I apologize about earlier. I had somebody that called me on the phone and couldn't get off the phone with them earlier. They just finally hung up. Now I got to charge my phone again. Back to you.
No problem, Roy. Glad you came back to us, and hope you have a good weekend. Bob, KQ8U.
Morning, Bill, Vicky, and the rest of the Morning Brew. I'm on my desktop is a Windows 10, a very tired Windows 10, and I got a Chromebook. There's another laptop downstairs I don't use much, and Android phone. I got another like a 15-year-old laptop. I think I actually got a Windows 2000 somewhere piled away. But have a good day out there on the second cup. KQ8U, back to that.
Well, thank you, Bob. Hope you have a good day. That's the bottom of this list. Time for some new check-ins. Let's see if we have any mobiles out there. Mobiles only. Call signs twice.
82 VAS.
1090 November 9 Echo Hotel Tango Mobile in and out.
KQ4 VYQ. Quebec 4 Victor Yankee Quebec in and out.
Kilo 2 Papa Bravo K2PV in and out. Have a nice weekend, everybody.
All right, we'll hold up here. We'll acknowledge Paul, K2PB, James, KQ4VYQ, Doug, N90HT. We're all in and out. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you have a great weekend. And let's go to Lou, KD2VAS. What operating system's on your computer? Windows, Mac, Linux, something else?
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky, and everybody else. Good morning. I got Windows 11 going on right now, but it's killing me. I think it's time to learn Linux. I got a intro that I'm going to revive on it.
Very good, Lou. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Let me make a couple quick announcements here. There is a second cup today, following the morning brew. Youth Net tonight, 8 o'clock. 40-meter net Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, 7.245. Saturday night, 11 p.m., Trivia Net. And Monday night, 8 o'clock in the Zoom room, presentation on the Antique Wireless Association. Let's see. I'll take one more check-in. We have Mike, K2CMT. Good morning.
Morning, Bill, Vicky, Dick. My answer has always been Windows. Bill Gates and I are just, you can't see my fingers are together, but we're just like that. This is K2CMT, back to net control.
Very good, Mike. Hope you have a good weekend, and sure we'll talk to you soon. Listen to BH. It's almost top of the hour here. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in. Hope you have a great weekend. And we'll start a new round of check-ins, and we'll turn it over to Jeff, KE0GKF. So come with your call signs twice.
This is Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Delta Bravo. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Delta Bravo.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet.
W8BDD. Whiskey 8, Bravo, Papa, Delta.
KC1, WXB. Kilo Charlie 1,
Windows XP, Whiskey X-Ray Papa.
Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor.
Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee.
X-Ray Bravo.
4, Romeo Sierra Mike. November 4, Romeo Sierra Mike.
Okay, well, make sure I got it. Looks like I do. Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff, KE0GKF. I am located in Omaha, Nebraska. We are going to be 78 degrees today. That's crazy. You know, it's the weather where you regret it if you put on a sweater in the morning. By the afternoon, you regret it. You're changing shirts for sure. We're going to be almost 80. I will be definitely on a sport bike running errands, as I have been up to this day so far, but definitely going to be beautiful. One last push of the warm weather. Let's see, had a little scare this morning at talking in the Zoom room before the net, and my internet doing a scheduled maintenance by Cox Communications. I was down for about 15 minutes, but no problem. So, Bill, if you're listening, or Vicky, if I all of a sudden disappear, I am still in that maintenance window, so be ready to pick it up, but I should be fine. We have N8HLN Mike, N4RSM Richard, KJ5DXB Frank, KK4DIY Gene, KC3LAV Mike, KC1UXP Chris, W8BPD Brian, VA3KTJ Jinzik, and KB2UDB Mike. Let's go to Mike, the top of the list. Mike, what operating system is on your computer? Windows, Mac operating system, Linux, or something else? KB2UDB.
This is KB2UDB up here near Rochester, New York, with a nice, cold, chilly 36 degrees, feels like 32, where I could be home in Florida and enjoying that weather. Answer to the question is Windows 11. Windows 11. And Bill, if you're still on listening, I will see you tomorrow at breakfast. This is KB2UDB, back to Nectar for doing the net.
Yeah, Mike, Bill just gave a thumbs up in the Zoom room, so I'm passing that on to you. He heard you. Have a great weekend, sir. Let's go to Jinzik in Ontario, Canada, VA3KTJ.
Morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everyone on the net. The answer for today's question is Linux. I'm using Linux on my personal computers and desktops. I have used the Linux system for decades. It's much more safe and secure, and it's fast even on old computers. Everyone have a great day and weekend. This is to all. This is VA3KTJ, back to net control.
All right, Jinzik, we got you in there. You have a great weekend, sir. We made it. Let's go to Brian in Warren, Michigan. It's Fun Button Friday, Brian, W8BPD.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and all the brew crew. I'm jealous. I put my bike up on the jack yesterday, so it's done for the season. Anyways, on my computers, I have Windows, all different flavors. I do own a Mac, and I've been experimenting with Linux, but Windows is the primary. All the hunters up here have a good day tomorrow on opening day. Catch you later. W8BPD, back to net control.
Oh, yeah, Brian. I have full gear, too, and I'll go all the way till it gets cool, for sure. Last year I made it up just right up to Thanksgiving when it's getting cool. I even remember seeing a video I made coming into the neighborhood, and everybody's grass was still green up until Thanksgiving. And the neighbors' yards are still that way. They take care of them. Have a good day. Chris in Manchester, New Hampshire, KC1 WXP.
Okay, there we go. All right, good morning, everyone, and good morning to you and to all on the net. Let's see. I use actually all three. Believe it or not, I don't use much Linux locally, but I do use it in the cloud. And in fact, now I have used Linux locally for a time because I actually hosted my own All-Star node, which is now on this Linode in New York. So, I should say New Jersey, but anyway, you get the idea. But yeah, I'm hosting an All-Star node here in New Jersey on a Linode, and I have been experimenting with Linux, Debian, and Ubuntu, and Mac OS. I know of, but yeah, pretty much I use all three. I use Windows and Mac locally when I'm traveling, and here, physically, and then I use Linux mainly in the cloud. So that's pretty much how that goes. But one of these days, I might possibly using Raspbian. Anyway, you guys have a great day and weekend. KC1 WXP back to net.
All right, Chris, have a great weekend. Mike in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, KC3LAP, push the fun button, Mike.
Yes, sir, Tim. Good morning. Pushing the fun button. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, sitting here at the bottom of the hill. 39 degrees, and we're a Windows household here. All the apples are on the trees. KC3LAV, back to net. Have a great weekend.
I like it, Mike. Yeah, I'm Windows too. Have a solid state drive, little mini PC hanging off the back of my monitor. They make them that way. Fastest PC I've ever owned too. It fits in the palm of your hand. Solid state drives, I'll never go back to those spinning discs anymore. It's just accesses everything immediately. Have a great day. Let's go to Gene in Homosassa, Florida. KK4 DIY.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody out there. This is KK4 DIY, Gene in Homosassa. And the answer is I use Windows on all my computers, and I have since the beginning of Windows. And before that, it was DOS. So that's the story. KK4 DIY. Have a good weekend.
All right, Bob. No, I'm kidding, Gene. It's Jeff over here on this end. Have a great morning. Let's go to Frank in Sugarland, Texas. KJ5 DXB. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, Bill, and everybody in the crew. My main desktop is a Mac OS. Thanks for the check-in. Everybody have a great weekend. KJ5 DXP. Back to you, Jeff.
All righty, Frank. Have yourself a good morning, sir. Richard in Sumter, South Carolina. N4 RSM.
SM here, Richard in Sumter. I use Windows 11 because that's what was on my laptop when I bought it. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Thank you.
Well, you do the same, Richard. Have a fantastic week. And stick around for the second cup, which everyone do the same. The second cup will be coming up at the top of the hour. Say good morning to Dick and Vicky, and we'll wrap the weekend with a bang and say good morning to them. Mike, Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan, NHLN.
Well, good morning, Jeff, Vicky, the crew.
Happy Friday. Answer to the question is kind of throw a wrench in it. Both Windows and Mac OS. My desktop is Windows and my laptop is Mac. So 73 to all. Everyone have a great weekend. N8HLN.
All right, Mike. Have a fantastic weekend. Scott in Eastvale, California, heading over to the other coast. Good morning, Scott. N6ZAR.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everybody else on the brew this morning. Checking in this afternoon from Marrakesh, Morocco. Please put me down for Windows, and I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. N6ZAR, back to you, Jeff.
Okay, Mike, or Scott, it says, of course, California. You must be visiting Morocco, but boy, what a nice place. Had a great visit here. I don't know if you're still out there permanently or vacationing, but sounds like a wonderful time. Have a great weekend. Jim wraps up this Murfreesboro, Tennessee, NW4Q.
Hey, Jeff, we're Windows here. Good morning to you.
All right, Jim. Yeah, Windows 11 here, too, since on this computer here, too. You have a good one. Well, we're ready for another round of check-ins. Twice and slowly, please, for Miss Vicky to avoid the doubling.
2, Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot, Bravo Mike, Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot, Bravo Mike, in and out, good morning.
Sierra.
Kilo, Kilo Mike 722 Echo Hotel India, in and out this morning.
Whiskey 9, Sierra Alpha Mike, W9 SAM. I'll be in and out this morning.
For OSU, not for Ohio
DJM,
University
W2,
of Wisconsin.
DJM Mobile.
WB8FWB, Whiskey Bravo 8, Foxtrot Whiskey Bravo, in and out.
November 1, Whiskey, Echo Bravo, and 1 WEB.
86 OWM, Kilo 6 Oscar, Whiskey 1.
CIC, KF8, Detroit, Rock City.
X-Ray Echo number 2, Mike Echo Mike. X-Ray Echo number 2, Mike Echo Mike.
Kilo, Charlie Delta Charlie. Kilo, Charlie Delta.
Okay, I'll grab it here. We'll go with this. Let's do the ins and outs first and get them on their way. Let's see. For some reason, my log here shrunk up on me, but I have the calls. But we have a WB8FWB. I don't have the names for some reason right now. I need to expand that, but it's not expanding on me. N4OSU, have a great morning. W9SAM, you're also an in and out this morning. Have a great weekend. We also had KO4FBM, who was in IO this morning. Have a great weekend. Starting from the bottom of the list up, AC8YTS, K6AAN, KM7CDC, XE2MEM, KF8DRC, KD6OWM, N1WEB. We got a station out there with a KM7WHI, KM7WHI, something like that. If you could correct the call sign for us.
KE2EHI. That's KE2EHI, and that was in and out.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Golf London Whiskey. Golf London Whiskey.
4 yes, Kilo Oscar 4 here from Bar Hotel, in and out.
Log to maximize, but I'll figure that out here while you guys are talking. W2JM, good morning. The question of the day is, what operating system is on your computer? Windows, Mac, Linux, or something else? Good morning, W2JM.
W2CJM.
Yeah, W2JM, I think. W2, correct the call and go ahead and answer our question. W2JM, good morning.
I have Mac and I have Windows. Thanks to doing the net today.
Alrighty, let's go to N1WEB. I know that's Webb. Webb, good morning, sir. Over to you.
Morning, Jeff and Vicki. And thanks for running the net. You can put me down for Windows for my laptop and my computer, and then I've got a bunch of Raspberry Pis doing various things. But put me down for Windows. Everybody have a great weekend. N1WEB.
All right, Webb, got you in there. Let's go to Steve in San Lorenzo, California. One of my favorite songs by a man by Pat Messini, a jazz artist. KD6OWM. Steve, good morning in San Lorenzo. Steve, good morning. KD6OWM. You still with us? We will put Steve as an IO this morning. Let's go to Jack in Rochester, Michigan. KF8DRC, good morning.
Morning, Jeff. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I have window. That's all I have for you, Jeff. Everybody have a good weekend. KF8, Detroit, Rock City.
All right, Jack, have a great morning. Let's go to station, is it XE2MEM? Did we get that? XE2MEM, good morning.
Good morning, Net Control. Good morning for RTU. The answer is, my main is a Mac. I've run to the Windows or anything to play to the All-Star, Echolink, everywhere, and run the two systems. So, good morning from Reynosa, Mexico. Greetings for all. Back to Net Control. This is X-Ray Echo 2 Mike, Echo Mike.
Alrighty, sir. You have a great morning. Let's go to Benjamin in Tempe, Arizona. KM7 CDC. Push the fun button, Benjamin.
Good morning, everyone. I am a Debian Trixie 13 Linux
Benjamin. Have a great morning. Hey, Mike, in Valley Springs, California, heading over to you, K6AAN.
Well, good morning, Jeff and Vicki and the Brew Crew. It's windows all the way around here for me. And thank you for doing the net this morning. This is 6AAN, back to net control.
All right, Mike, you have a great morning, sir. Good talking to you. Matthew in Hillsboro, Oregon, KC8YTS.
Good morning. All right, so my main computer is Windows. We also have a Mac laptop, but I will say we'll go with Windows here. And other than that, we're on our way to work. And I hope everyone has a good day. 73 is KC8YTS.
Right, you have a good one, Matthew. Good talking to you. Have a fantastic weekend. Mike in Lake Run, Konkoma, New York, WB2GLW. You are our lucky check-in this morning, too. It's your weekend. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody on that. WB2GLW, Lake Run, Konkoma, Windows 11. Windows 11, I like it. Runs nice. Everything is good on a new laptop. WB2GLW. Nice net. Back to you.
All right, Mike. Have yourself a great morning. This is Jeff, KE0GKF with Vicky, KE8VKY on the log. Coming up at the top of the next, Vicky will be the second cup. Everyone stick around for that. It's Friday, so that's coming up, of course. Let's go to Jason in Dansville, or KE2EAU.
Good morning. I have a Windows laptop for work, and then I have a Linux computer for home. I also do have an older Windows 10 laptop that I keep around primarily for programming the FTM 400. Yeah, that's it. Hope everybody has a great week. Back to net control, KE2EAU, clear.
All right, Jason. Yeah, the closest I got to Linux was the Nano Node. I ran IRLP for almost 10 years here on East Coast Reflector, and in that little box, it's a Linux-based system. Everything else I've owned has been Windows. As far as computers, have a great morning. Don in Hollywood, Florida, W4PPX. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you and everybody on the net this morning. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Nice and cool down here today. Put me down for Windows. Windows W4PPX. Net control.
Yeah, Don, we're going to be warmer than you in Florida here in Omaha in the west. We're going to be almost 80. Isn't that something? Going to be warmer than Florida. Have a great weekend. Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, VE3TCS. Good morning, Tim.
And all the crew, VE3TCS Parked Mobile here. I currently have Windows 10 Bugaboo build. Back to net.
All right, Tim. Have yourself a great morning, sir. Yeah, I'm running 11, and I can't say I have any complaints. And I run it for work, and it's been solid. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Dick, the Godfather, WB2JPQ. Good morning, Dick.
Well, good morning, Jeff and everybody. Oh, it's Windows for me. We'll see everybody at the top of the hour for the second cup. WB2JPQ.
All right, Dick. We'll talk to you at the next hour. Have a great morning. Let's go to Doug in Homosassa, Florida. WA8CLG. Good morning, Doug.
This is Doug
CLG. Good morning, everybody. And for me, it's Windows on my main computer. My laptop has Linux Mint, but I use a tablet for most everything else. That's my story. Everybody have a good day and a good weekend. WA8CLG. Back to you, Jeff.
All righty, Doug. Yeah, we've come a long way from the DOS days. Just don't hit format C:, walk away. Oops. Great morning. Let's go to Mark in Albuquerque, New Mexico, W5MHG.
Well, good morning. Caught me with some coffee in my mouth. MHG, Gracie says, bow wow, yippee-yi-yay. She likes any operating system long as she can eat it. And we've got all of the above with 32 degrees in the backyard. Gracie says, bow wow, yippee-yi-yay. Jeff, thank you so much for all you do. And Vicky and the whole crew. W5MHG from the land of enchantment. And you know, we love that text line. 73.
All right, Mark. Give Gracie a nice piece of cheese, and you have yourself a great weekend. And we'll talk to you next time. Wrapping up this list is Florin in Conroe, Texas. K5YNU. Push the fun button, Florin.
Vicky, everyone on the Morning Brew Crew, happy Friday. We made it. And indeed, Jeff, it's the fun button. For Windows from 11 to 7. And I have two laptops that are dual boot. And I have the Debian 13. So, yeah, fun stuff. Back to the net control, everyone. Have a blast weekend ahead. K5YNU.
And you have a blessed one as well, Florin. And thanks for wrapping up this list for us. Have yourself a great weekend. We just had Scott, KY4NB, coming by the text line. Let's add to that. Twice and slowly, please. Come now.
Kilo 4 Hotel Delta, K4HD.
W5DVS, Whiskey 5, Delta, Bravo, Sierra.
Kilo Golf 5, Papa Delta Mike. Kilo Golf 5, Papa Delta Mike. In and out.
Echo 8 Hotel Echo Papa, KE8HEP.
DC, Whiskey 2, Kilo Delta Charlie.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Oscar Delta Foxtrot, WB8ODF.
KE2 DLT, Kilo 2 Delta Lima Tango, in and out. November 2 Juliet Papa Delta, November 2 Juliet Papa Delta.
Kilo 2, Alpha Papa. Kilo 2, Alpha Papa.
N1 CBM, N1 CBM.
Whiskey 4, Kilo Juliet Papa.
Okay, let's go with this list here, working our way from the bottom up. WD8KLL, Greg, by the text line. N1CBM, Carlos. W4KJP, Kevin. K2AP, Joe. K2JPD, Dennis. KE2DLT, Dennis, another Dennis. You were in IO this morning. Dennis, have a great weekend, sir. WB8ODF, Dave. W2KDC, Dennis again. That's 3 Dennises on this list. KE8HEP, Steve. KG5PDM, Jason. You are an IO from Houston. Have a great weekend. KC2JPQ, Frank. W5DBS, David. We had a station with a KYHD, something like that. If you could clear that up for us, we missed it. Get a lot of calls coming in. KYHD, if you could clarify that for us. Well, we'll get back to you here. We'll call it again and we'll try again. KY4NB, Scott, you're at the top of the list. And let's get to you right away. I don't see any mobiles here. Scott, good morning from Memphis, Tennessee. KY4NB. What operating system is on your computer? Windows, Mac OS, Linux, or something else? Good morning, Scott.
KY4NB here from Linda Elvis Barbecues. Not Brother Randall, Brother Webb there, and everybody else this morning. And thanks for doing net control. Thanks to Miss Vicky. It's Windows on the computer here in at work. Everybody have a good Friday and get some French fries. French Fry Friday. KY4NB back to net.
All right, Scott. It's Fun Button French Fry Friday. Now, say that all real fast, about 10 times. Have a good morning, sir. There was a station, I think we might have got it right, K4HD. Is it correct? Kevin, you're up next. K4HD.
Roger. Kilo 4, Hotel Delta. Good morning. And, running Windows here in sunny Southern California. Just kidding, it's raining. Looks like it's going to be raining all weekend. Y'all have a blessed one. 73 all the way around. K4HD. Back to net control.
Well, I don't know if you need the rain, but I always talk to guys in California. They're always in the rain. So enjoy the rain. Have a great weekend, Kevin. Let's go to David in Houston, Texas. W5DBS. Good morning, David.
Big Texas added to you and the brew crew this morning. We run Windows here at the house the whole time on everything. So put us down for Windows, and we will talk to everybody on the second cup, hopefully. This is W5DBS, Dave in Houston, Texas. Back to the net.
All right, David. Good hearing you just south of us there here in Omaha. And we're connected up to the Texas hub. Have a good morning. Frank in Lancaster, New York, KC2JPQ.
Good morning, Jeff and Vicky and anybody that's listening to the I use Windows system on my computers and enjoy that warm weather, Jeff, because today I think we're going to get about 37 or 38 degrees, so it's a bit chilly. And it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Do something fun. I'll 7 threes and send it back to the net. KC2JPQ.
Yeah, Frank, been down in the 20s. 20, 23 degrees was our lows the last few days. Now we're back up, going to be the highs up in just under 80 for, looks, 3 or 4 days. One last push of the warm weather. I'm not going to complain. Have a great weekend. Steve in Gwynn, Michigan, KE8HEP. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, everybody. This is K8HEP from beautiful Gwynn, Michigan, Winter Wonderland. Yeah, we just thawing out from a snowstorm last Sunday. Still got 2 inches on the ground. We got about 6 or 7 inches here. But my operating system is Windows mostly. And I'm trying to transfer from from Windows 10 to Windows 11. I have a dual boot system, but none of the programs that I run are working very well. I just can't seem to side load them. They don't. I don't know. It's just an issue. But yeah, it's a learning curve. My favorite option was Windows 7, and then when that went obsolete, I went to Windows 10, and I didn't like it, and I tried to make it look like Windows 7, and it just, yeah. And Mike, I have iOS phone and an Android phone, and I switch between the two. Some of the things don't work on All-Star on my mobile node with iOS, so I believe if you get a Raspberry Pi 4, then it works. So I don't have one of those, but I will maybe and go back to iOS mainly. But mostly Windows. I've played around with Linux, and I don't know, nothing. It's muscle memory, when you get used to Windows, you get used to Windows, and that's my dilemma. K8HEP, back to net.
All right, Steve, have yourself a great morning, sir. We'll stick around for the second cup. Dennis in Dansville, New York, W2KDC. Take it away, Dennis.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. We have multiple OSs over here. Mainly use Windows 10 on about 4 or 5 computers. Raspberry. My wife prefers Mac on her iPad, and we also use Android. So we're kind of like all over the place over here. Back to net.
So that's my story. W2 KPC, which is a great weekend and Master Net Control.
Okay, we had a little couple of Dublin there, but we got you in there, Dennis. You have a great morning. Let's go to Dave in Ypsilanti, Michigan. WB8ODF. Push the fun button, Dave.
Fun button is pushed. And Jeff told you where I live, so I'm just going to make this one really quick. I got all kinds of pies and CentOS, what is it, 6.9. I mean, that thing has been solid for years and years and years and years. But the computer I'm on right now is Windows 10. Thanks for doing the net, Jeff, WB8ODF.
All right, Dave. And of course, the top of the hour will be around, so stick around. Have a great morning. Good talking to you. Dennis in Depew, New York, N2JPD.
Oh, sorry, I must have bogarted it on somebody else's call there, but I was just on like two calls ago. Yeah, same thing. Windows 10, Raspberry, Mac, and Android usually. Ubuntu too. We use everything over here, whatever fits the bill.
All right, Dennis, I didn't know who it was, but we got you both there earlier due to the full duplex capabilities of the system. Have a great morning. Let's go to Joe in East Islip, New York, K2AP.
Good morning, going to the net. This is Joe, K2AP, in New York. It's a beautiful fall day, 44 degrees, just slightly cloudy. It was absolutely gorgeous day. Over here in the backyard, I can see the bright yellow and red leaves here. Very nice day. I use mostly Windows 11, but I also have Ubuntu, which I use for various things. onto, I believe it's the latest version, which is 10.25, onto 10.25. So, I'll pass it back to Matt. This is Joe, K3. Good morning to everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Joe, and you have yourself a wonderful weekend, too. Hey, Kevin, you're up next in Port Richey, Florida. Port KJP, are we going to be warmer than you, too, up here in Omaha, Kevin? We're going to be almost 80 today. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for picking me up. And, I don't know, we're going to get up to about 75. It's 59 right now, but we'll get up to 75. Really nice day. And I'm going to be, Windows mostly, some Linux. And thanks for getting me in there, W4 KJP.
All right, Kevin, that's pretty close. I said almost 80. It's going to be 77 here, but we still got you beat by a couple degrees. Let's go to our flyboy, Hollywood, Florida, N1CBM. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Jeff, the rest of the crew. It's Friday, and you know what that means. The weekend's just around the corner. Everybody's happy, couple days off, resting, relaxing, and checking in the Usenet tonight. Remember, we see your connections. So last week we had a pretty nice net, 64 check-ins in 64 minutes. You guys are going to help us surpass that tonight. So in and outs also work. If you don't want to answer, say what your favorite dessert is. That's fine. We can take the in and outs. But everybody, please help us out. Get the kids happy for this weekend and something to have a story for next week. So we want more than 64. For me, it's Windows. Windows it is. I don't like that much the iOS. It's kind of hard to use. Well, anyways, that's my take. Back to you, Jeff, N1CBM.
All righty, Carlos. You have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk to you. Everyone will talk to you tonight on the Youth Net when you're taking check-ins. And we'll see you tonight. Have a great day. Let's go to Greg in Burton, Michigan, WD8KLL.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and everybody out there in the brew crew. A beautiful 37 degrees here in Burton, Michigan. Gonna get up to about a high of 57 today. Whoa. We are Windows 11 users here. A couple computers and iPads. Back to net. Have a great day.
All righty, Greg, for stopping by. Have a great weekend. Brian in Katy, Texas. W5GHR.
This is Brian out in Katy, Texas. It is currently 65 degrees, expected to get up to about 85. It's going to be a warm weekend. As far as computers, my main computer is Windows 11. I use that for both work and personal use. But I also have a Debian Linux that's running my All-Star node and ham clock. So I guess put me down, because what I'm using, put me down for Windows. Back to you, Net Control. This is Brian, W5GHR.
All right, Brian. Yeah, get that warmth here in the Midwest, just north of you, too. Have a great weekend. Marson in Sterling Heights, Michigan, N8MJN.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicki, everybody on the Morning Brew. So my personal preference is a Windows-based system. I'm not a fan of Apple, and not experienced enough with Linux. But in the shack, I do have a computer running Linux for my All-Star node, which I still can't get running, and one of these days I'll take Dick up on his invite to the Zoom room to help me figure that out. I promise, one day. So that said, have a great weekend, and hopefully this weekend I get to push the other fun button and on my bow release and bring home some venison. That said, Everybody have a great weekend. 73 and 8MJN.
Delicious. Save me some jerky treats, Marcin. Yummy, yummy. Hope you have a good, get you a good one there. We have plenty here too, for sure. I live in a wooded area. They are all over the place and think they own the road. They just stand there and look at you. Have a great morning. Chuck in Lancaster, New York, W2EM, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicki, rest of the crew. Windows on 3 of my machines, 11 and 10. And my ham clack, I think that's Linux that you really don't see. But other than that, everything's good here in Western New York, clear and dry. Buffalo had a little snow the other day, but it's all clear. So 73, everyone. Back to net control, W2EM.
Alrighty, Chuck. Have a fantastic weekend, sir. Windows it is. We had Rex come in by the text line for a nice long round of check-ins. We got quite a few more minutes here before we let Vic and Vic and Vicky take over. Let's go for another round of check-ins, twice and slowly.
Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Sierra Uniform. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Sierra Uniform.
Kilo 4, Foxtrot, Bravo Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot, Bravo Mike, in and out. Good morning.
Charlie 1, Sierra, Yankee, Quebec. Kilo, Charlie 1, Sierra, Yankee, Quebec.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike, Mike, Kilo. Kilo Oscar 4, Mike, Mike, Kilo, in and out.
W2KJV, W2KJV.
N1YKT, N1YKT. For Mike Lima Yankee, Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Lima Yankee.
KQ4.
KQ4, UZG.
In and out.
KQ4, UZG. In and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 5, India Tango Golf. Kilo Foxtrot 5, India Tango Golf, in and out.
KF0MHN, KF0MHN.
Out.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor. Papa Lima Victor, Crest.
Okay, looks like I got it. We got a few we need to get squared away here, too. We might have missed. KB8 PLV, KQ4 HEF. Keith, you were an IO this morning from Georgia there. You have yourself a great weekend. KFO MHN Bill. KF5 ITG Clinton, you were an IO. Have a good weekend, sir. KQ4 UZGN. KD4 MLY Andy. N1YKT Johnny. W2KJV Tony. 04 MMK Jeff, you were an IO this morning. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. W2AJR Andy. KC1 SYQ David. KO4 GGZ David. KO4 FBM Jose. Well, you're an IO this morning, Jose. I don't get to talk to you this morning, but you have a good weekend. KE2 CSU Paul and Rex at the top of the list. KJ4 LXJ. I think we got everybody squared away, actually. Vicky got it all straightened up. She has goodies for sure. Let's go to Rex in Crystal River, Florida. KJ4 LXJ. Good morning, Rex. The question of the day is, what operating system is on your computer? Windows Mac operating system, Linux, or something else. Good morning, Rex.
Good morning to you and the rest of the Brew Crew world out there. It's definitely Windows, and I keep getting a message that it is not supported anymore and to upgrade, which I have not done yet. KJ4, LXJ, back to you guys.
Yeah, that is true. I have 11 on here. My computer, my previous one, gave me about 8 years of solid use. I can't complain, but I got this one, and it's so much faster, so much smaller, solid-state drives. I can't complain, and it's running 11, and it's running pretty good. Let's go to Paul in Lancaster, New York, KE2 CSU. Good morning.
KE2 CSU, this is Paul. We're still down here in Ponce Inlet, Florida. Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. We've got Mac OS on 3 computers, telephones, watches, iPads, and whatever else it can be on.
All righty. Mac it is. And stick around for the second cup. David in Archer, Florida, KO4 GGC.
Morning, Brew Crew. I use at home is Windows, and of course I've got a Raspberry Pi as well, Roger.
Hi, David. You have a good weekend, sir. Going to another David, Essex Junction, Vermont, KC1SYQ.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. I actually have 2 Linux, 2 Windows. My go-to daily computer is Linux. Put me down for Linux. Everyone have a great weekend. KC1SYQ, back to net.
All right. Yourself a fantastic weekend. By the text line, Andy in Cheektowaga, New York, W2AJR.
Good morning, Jeff. Morning, everybody in the Brew Crew. Well, it depends on which computer, because I got a bunch. I guess the main one is a Windows 11 machine. 7-3, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, Andy. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go to one of our network facilitators. If I can talk straight this morning, Tony. Good morning in Homosassa, WTJJV.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Dick, and everyone on the Morning Brew. I have my main computer is Windows. I do have an old Mac and a Linux Ubuntu laptop. So all 3, but main one is Windows. Everyone has a great day and a great weekend. Back to you, Jeff, W2KJV.
All right, Tony, getting on up with some of that Ubuntu. Have a great weekend. It's Fun Button Friday, Johnny, in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. N1 YKT. Johnny, Fun Button. Cinnamon. It's supposed to be good for you, they say. Just don't, breathe that stuff right in. It may choke or something. I guess you can't do that. Have a good morning. Let's go to Andy in Gainesville, Florida, KO4MLY. Good morning.
Good morning. It's Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Lima Yankee. I have on my laptop, which is mainly for all my ham stuff. Everything else is Apple. Have a great day. 73s from Gainesville, Florida. Kilo Oscar Yankee.
All righty, Andy, we got you down for all. Thanks for stopping by. Ken, Johnsonville, Georgia, good morning. KQ4, UZE.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everybody on the net. I don't do computers. Aggravate me too much. I got an iPhone, and that keeps me doing whatever I need to do. Everybody have a good day. KQ4UZG, back to net.
I hear you, Ken. I'm talking on an HD. Thing I use this computer for, dual monitor thing in front of me, is for work. I work at home. And the nets. Only two things I use it for. A great weekend. Bill in East Bethel, Michigan, or Minnesota, KFO MHN. Good morning.
On both my desktop and my laptop. And back to net. And Jeff, have a great weekend.
And Bill, you do the same. Thanks for stopping by. Chris in Novi, Michigan, KB8PLV. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning to everyone on the net. Put me down for Windows. At home, it's 40 years with Windows. And Android for everything else. Everyone have a great weekend ahead. This is KB8PLV, back to net.
All right, Chris, thanks for stopping by this morning. In Austin, Texas, KJ5MEL. Jose going once, going twice, KJ5MEL. By the text line.
KJ5, Mike Echo Lima. KJ5, Mike Echo Lima. And my response is, my kids got me into the Apple system. I have an Apple Pro computer. I have iPad. I have iPhone. We're totally an iOS family. I enjoy it. I'm glad, and I don't get viruses in my devices, which is fantastic because I had a lot of trouble with viruses before. We're nearing the end of the week, so bless you all and have a great, great, great time. Looking forward to the holiday. 7 threes to everybody.
All right, you have yourself a good one, Jose. You know, we got about a minute left. If anybody's been waiting to talk till now, we always been talking earlier in the Zoom room about, we need to do ins and outs a little bit more for people who might be a little bit mic shy yet. Let's get you on the mic. Let's get a handful of people here, IOs, twice and slowly. Let's get you on the log.
Control, in 9,
Kilo
BBM.
Bravo 7, Charlie Hotel Yankee, Jerry, that's KB7CHY, Avon, Indiana, no traffic.
In 9, BBM. Nate, Chicago, Lennox.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie, Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie, Windows.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Yankee Charlie. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Yankee Charlie, in and out. In and out.
Okay, I'm going to grab it. We'll go with, we got 3 or 4 here. Got on the log. Luke from Spring, Texas, KI5WYC. WD8PIC, Bob. KB7CHY Jerry, and Nate N9BBM. It was a great net. We ended up with 144 check-ins, even with a little bit longer answers. We still got a lot in this morning. Up next is the second cup, everybody. Of course, as we know, it's Friday. So Dick and Vicki are up next. On behalf of Bill, Vicki, Dick, everyone else in the Zoom room, I'm Jeff, of course. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Dick will put about 20 seconds of delay in there or silence for stations that need to connect and disconnect, and he'll be right with everyone. Stick around for the second cup. 7-3, everybody. KE0GKF. We're gone.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second cup, number 138 here on this beautiful Friday morning in Western New York at about 40 degrees and beautiful sunshine. A little bit chilly, but beautiful outside. I, along with Vicki, K8VKY, will be bringing you the second cup here this morning. A little bit more relaxed net as we'd like to run here once a week. Got a couple of announcements. Come join Carlos and the youth tonight for our youth net at 8 o'clock. And on Monday night, the Antique Wireless Association of Bloomfield, New York, is doing a Zoom room presentation at 8 o'clock, so please come join us. Proves to be very interesting, like Bill said earlier in his portion of the net. So let's take some mobile. Let's get right started here. We don't have a topic. We don't usually have a topic. We like to find out what's on your mind and let you discuss things with us. So let's see if I have any mobiles this morning. Mobiles anywhere? Call signs twice. Once again, this is Dick, WB2CPQ, and I just looked. We got 460 plus connections on here this morning. A great amount of connections. Most of them, well, a couple dropped off at 9 o'clock. Some nodes disconnect, but we had 460 plus throughout most of the morning brew, which is just phenomenal amount of check-in. Mobiles anywhere.
WW6 India Alpha Mike, California.
November 8, Mike Juliet, November, N8MJN, mobile, in and out.
Guess everybody's where they're going here this morning. Good morning to Marston, Sterling Heights, Michigan. N8MJN was in and out. Let's go out to Francisco in California. Redlands, California, WW6IAM. Good morning. What's on your mind? It's got to be very early out there on the West Coast.
Good morning, everyone up there in the East Coast and anywhere else. This is WW6 and the Alpha Mike. Yes, it's a little bit early, a little bit chilly. It's in the 50s, I believe. We are expecting 40% rain today. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I believe. Expecting a big storm first. And, it's the first time I think I check in at the mobile, but in reality, I'm mobile talking. That's my situation here. We walk with my wife every morning between 5:30 and 6:30, so we are in a routine right over here in the city of Redlands. And so I hope you guys are doing well over there. This is 6 Alpha Mike. Like I said, walking and talking. By the way, this is my second, it's not my second cup. I do have my first cup with me while I'm walking.
Walking, talking, and drinking. Well, very good, Francisco. Thank you for being there this morning. Nice to have you with us on your
and you walk in Redlands, California. We got Bob, KQ8U on the text line, along with KE2EAU. Jason from Dansville, New York, on the text line. Let me take some radio check-ins. Anybody anywhere like to get on the log here or get with us here this morning and talk to us and say what's on your mind, and then we'll get things going here. Anybody anywhere?
Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Tim, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Charlie Sierra, VE3 TCS.
K4 GDS, K4 GDS.
VA3 KTJ, VA3 KTJ, in and out.
Thought there was somebody trying to call in from Harvest, Alabama, but obviously it's just noise. The EBV station, I guess it's KF8 EBV. It's Michael from Farmington Hills, Michigan. We got you. Good morning to Andy, W2HAR. Good morning to Jenzik, VA3KTJ. Good morning to Gil in Orlando. Good morning to Tim in Windsor. Good morning to Ron, VE3TCX, a regular on here. Good morning to VE3, our other Tim, VE3TGN. Let me go up to Bob. We'll get started here this morning. Bob, KQ8U, good morning. What's on your mind this morning? What do you got planned for the day, for the weekend? Bob, good morning.
Morning, Dick, and the second cup crew. I got my leaves done yesterday. That was a big load off my mind. Supposed to be warmer. You guys going to church? I might be in the garage or something like that. And that's really about it. I'll work the networks and go with the radio. I might get out there if it's warm enough to see if I can check the connections on that 40-meter antenna. See what I can do with that. But every weekend I'll be on this UTET tonight. KQ8U, back to that.
Yes, don't forget about the youth at 8 o'clock East Coast time. Thanks, Bob. Let's go to Jason in Dansville, New York, KE2EAU. Good morning.
Good morning. Day off today, so I got an early start to the weekend. Actually heading out to Hamburg right now, so I'm probably out Dick's way, I believe. But yeah, I gotta pick up some home supplies and gotta redo the bathroom. So hope everybody has a great weekend. This is KE2EAU, and I'll be clear.
Yeah, I'm only about 7 miles, I guess, from Hamburg. Yeah, that's a long way to come for supplies from Dansville. Good morning to Tim, a regular on here, VE3TGN. What's on your mind, Tim? What do you got going on today?
Good morning, 1912, Vicky. Well, it's a nice sunny day here in Windsor. Nice to see it warm up instead all that cold weather that came fast. So other than that, terms it does, but it's nice to see that they warmed up and that. Have a good night. This is me, E3TVN. Back to the control. 73. I'll have a good weekend. Take care.
Well, you as well, Tim. Thank you for always supporting our net. Good morning to Ron, Baytown, Texas, and 0XRG.
Well, good morning, sir. Thank you for running the net. Good morning to the crew. Sitting out in the park doing a POTA activation this morning, man. What a way to start it. So far, the bands have been fantastic. Started on 10. But, hey, it's Friday, folks. We made it. November 0 X-Ray, Romeo Golf. Back to you.
Ron starting out with a POTA activation. What a nice way to start your day, Ron. Thank you for being there. Tim up in Windsor, VE3TCS. Good morning, Tim. What's on your mind today?
Dick and everybody on frequency here. Going to cement in the base of my tower tomorrow morning, so I'm busy getting the base ready to go in the ground. Anyhow, back to net. Everybody have a great weekend. VE3TCS out.
Certainly sounds like you got your work cut out for you, Tim. Good luck with that. Morning to Gil in Orlando, K4GDS.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone out there in Second Cup. I am working from home today. Don't have a lot on my calendar, so it's a chance to get caught up from a very busy week. And hoping to get out and start tomorrow morning with a POTA activation. I wanted to do that last Sunday, and it was kind of wet. So hoping the weather holds here. Probably going to be a little chilly, but that's great. Better than being hot. And probably looking to work on, I'll probably try to get park to parks on 20 and then look for me on 17 meters after that. K4GDS back to net.
Another one for POTA this weekend. Well, good luck, Gil. Jenzik, good morning, VA3KTJ. What you got on your plate for today or the weekend?
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone on the net. Well, I'm thinking to test the audio issues with my concurrent the Bell Bang handheld unit for this morning brew and second cup read because the voice sounded like the muffled. So I'm going to try to replace the microphone from my external mic unit, and then I'm going to test it during the weekend. Everybody have a great weekend. This is VA3KTJ, background control.
Good luck to you. Thank you for being there. Good morning to Andy in Cheektowaga. What do you got going, Andy?
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, everybody on the net. Well, I'm off today, and mysteriously, my job jar has been filled with domestic engineering tasks. So I will be working on those and getting ready this evening to head out to deer camp and do some hunting this weekend. So everybody have a great weekend. Thank you, Dick.
Yeah, the season does open here in New York tomorrow, so. Oh, I might do leaves today. Now that we got rid of the snow, I don't have any excuse not to do them, so I guess I probably will mulch leaves today and get some fresh air. Thanks, Andy. Thanks for always supporting our net. Morning to Michael from Farmington Hills, Michigan, KF8EBV. Good morning.
Let's see, last night I gave a presentation on my experience with All-Star Nodes to Ford Radio Club, and then tonight I'm going to do a repeater crawl with another club. Tomorrow morning I've got breakfast with the Livonia Club, and then Dick, I'm like you, I got to rake the leaves on Saturday. So back to you, KF8EBV.
I got way too many to rake. I just mulch them. Done them several times already, but big oak tree in the front yard, this huge oak tree has not even begun to shed leaves yet. Probably will be doing leaves at Christmas time. Thanks, Michael. Sounds like you had a very busy night and got a busy weekend coming up. Morning to Bill, KF8MHN. What do you got going, Bill? This is WB2JPQ.
Again, how you doing, crew? Well, Dick, we got some friends coming up from Tucson today, and I grew up with both of them, so I've known them for 60 years. Used to ride the bus back in kindergarten, and the girl, high school sweethearts, they got married. So it should be fun, and they're going to spend the night and probably talk about old times, might even have a couple beers. So looking forward to that. Haven't seen them in a little bit. So we'll just have some fun, talk about old times, and go out to dinner and probably eat some food. And we got a pool back here, so we'll probably do some swimming as well. So looking forward to the rest of the day. This is KF0MHN, and everybody have a great day.
Well, sounds like you got a nice day planned. Good luck to you. Roy, K8BYU. Nice to see you last night in the Zoom room, Roy. Good morning.
Everybody on the second cup. KA8BYU. Yeah, I finally got that silly camera on that thing fixed. Hopefully it stays that way for a while again. Sometime soon here I got to see if I can start getting stuff together for a newer laptop. That thing's about 6 years on. Yeah, it's getting to the point where not too much I can do with it anymore. But yeah, everything's going good. Just got done all the chores around the house here. Got the litter boxes cleaned. Got the kids fed, watered, and all the rest of the stuff. So now I'm just sitting back and listening to the second cup and that.
Roy, well, thanks for being here. Next up is Rex. I see he's in the Zoom room here as well. Morning to you, Rex, in Crystal River, Florida, KJ4LEJ, or LXJ rather, I'm sorry.
Good morning to you, sir, and the rest of the second cup. The wife hasn't been feeling good. I think she's got a little touch of the flu. She's actually starting to feel a little bit better today, but Sunday we're hoping to go down to Wiregrass Mall down in Wesley Chapel, Florida. They got a large car show down there. It's an outside mall with brick paver streets, and they've got it all decorated up in a little square for Christmas, so we're hoping to do that. Hopefully she feels like going on Sunday. KJ4LXJ, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Rex. Let's take some new check-ins. Anybody anywhere like to get in here and have a little fun with us on the second cup? Please give us your call sign twice. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Whiskey X-Ray 6, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha.
K7CWL, KJCWL.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Oscar Delta Foxtrot, WB8ODF.
KJ5SDJ, Kilo Juliet 5, Sierra Delta Juliet Stephen Scooter from Louisiana, coming to you live from the Bayou Country.
J6YNN, KJ6YNN, calling from Sacramento.
November 2, India Sierra Kilo. November 2, India Sierra Kilo, New Jersey.
N6QDY, N6QDY.
You got N6QDY. Good morning again, David. Good morning to Bob. Woodbridge, New Jersey, K2ISK. Gary, looks like you're new to the second cup. Looks like you're new to the system, period. KJ6YNM, we'll get to you in just a minute. Also, KJ5SDJ, new to the system. Got Dave, WB8ODF. Good morning, Dave. We got Jeffrey. Wow, we got 3 new people to the system here this morning. Scottsdale, Arizona, KJ7CWL. Start this round out is Jerry, WX6AAA. New to this net, but not new to the system. So good morning, Jerry, and a little bit more relaxed kickback net. What's on your mind this morning?
Whiskey X-Ray 6, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha. Yeah, good morning to the net. And this weekend, I'm going to be working on my HF station. I'm getting some RF feedback into the audio system here. When I transmit the signal, the audio coming out at the other end is just terrible. So I got to figure out what's going on with the grounding on my HF station. So that's going to keep me busy for most of the weekend, I think. Back to the net.
Jerry's got a plan. That's good. Jeffrey, Scottsdale, Arizona. Like I said, new to the system. Welcome, KJ7CWL.
KJCWL, not been on, just haven't been on for a while. I'm in Scottsdale, headed out to Chandler, Arizona. Got to fly a drone and inspect 5 buildings for roof. KJ7CWL.
Show you is new to the system, so welcome, and sounds like you got a plan for the weekend. Good morning to Dave, WB8ODF. How's everything in Ypsilanti?
Well, we're, what did I say, 38 and very, very sunny, which shows off how poorly I clean my sliding glass door windows. So I got to again this weekend. And the guy that's having RF problems, that used to just make me mad. And now that I can't do it anymore, I miss it. Thanks, Dick. WB8ODF.
Yeah, sometimes things like that can be very difficult to find, but patience can usually work through it. Morning to Kurt. KJ5SDJ, also new to the system and new to the net as well. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm not really new. I don't think, I might be new here, but not on the East Coast Reflector, I don't believe, or Echo. I am definitely new to this station, Echo, ECR 9050, but I'm not sure if it's the same Coast Reflector that was on my DMR radio. If that is the same, well then I've been on there for a while until my DMR radio, a little handheld, broke and it don't power on no more. So I'm really down and about that, and I really enjoyed that thing. But nonetheless, I don't know, just scrolling through the channels trying to find out people to talk to. Came across the East Coast Reflector, and I'm like, oh wow, look, I remember them. So here I am. But hello everybody. I see there's an N50ZG Nala. Hope that's a neighbor of mine down in New Orleans. I am from Walker, Louisiana myself. And every now and then you'll get some side modulation from me. That's the wife in the background. But other than that, it's pretty good. Pretty good day. Hope everybody's going to do a great day today, and hope everybody be safe. Pass it back to Net Controller, KJ5, SDJ, clear.
Our system didn't pick up your call sign when you were on DMR. That's totally possible. You might have called in on DMR and not checked into a net or something, and we might not have picked you up. We do show you new with 18,000 people in our database and 20 plus years on the East Coast Reflector. We might have missed a few people. Gary, Stockton, California. You also looks like you're new to the net. Gary, welcome. New to the East Coast Reflector and new to this net as well. KJ6YNM. Good morning.
Good morning. It's actually Sean. It's KJ6Y November. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear. I'm just here in Sacramento, just getting ready for work. Just get my coffee and just trying to wake up to it. Good morning to you guys. KJ6YNN November.
Sacramento. Well, good. We got you. Vicky had just said in the Zoom room, I'm not sure of the suffix. It's easy to mix up, Sean. And we also got David in here from Sacramento coming up in a couple of seconds here. So thanks for being there, Sean. Hey, you have a nice day, a nice weekend. Bob, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning. N2ISK, a regular on the second cup in the morning brew.
Okay, yes. I just want to kind of expand. I don't get on morning brew too much. Second cup. Only been on second cup a few times, but anyway, excuse me, I have a little sore throat. So yes, I back to operating system. I've used them all. Everything from proprietary ones and CPM and things before DOS. DOS, Windows XP 95, Windows 2000 and NT were mostly during when I worked for Intel for a number of years. More business oriented. But I have to say, Azure and Linux is spectacular.
it doesn't fail, and it's compatible with very old computers. I have very old computers. I have not have to replace anything to catch up with the new requirements for next Windows. Everything I have is old, and Zora Linux runs so much better than any new ones on old computers. So, what else? It's compatible with all the Windows Office packages and everything, which are actually the compatible ones are free. And yeah, all the files are compatible, and I can't recommend it too highly. But there you go. Anyway, I want to go on and on, but I want to say hello and just make a comment. So there you go. And to ask you, I'll be listening.
All right, Bob. Well, thanks for your comment. We got David in Sacramento, and I got Mike K2CMT. Let me take anybody anywhere. Anybody like to get on the list here? We got Mike and David here in queue. Anybody anywhere, twice and slowly. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Zulu, Foxtrot, Zulu, KC2, ZFZ, in and out.
Papa Lima Victor, Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie, WD8PIC.
All right, well, hold up there. This is Vicky, K8VKY, and we've got WD8PIC, Chris, KB8PLV. In and out, we had Andrew, KC2ZFZ, Red Mark, KE2EDS, Mike, K2CM2, and David, N6QDY. We'll start with David, N6QDY.
See if I got it here. Oh, there it is. I'm looking at the spectrum analyzer. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Dick. Everybody on the second cup, and everybody in the Zoom control room, N6QDY. Well, today's my Saturday. Wow, I was shocked. I saw Sean in there. That's my son. He actually lives in Sacramento, KJ6YNN, so it was great to hear him in there. And anyways, not a whole lot to report. I'm enjoying that mesh idea that Joe came up with and taught me about, so I'm enjoying that around the house. It's really great. I'm enjoying it. So anyways, Dick, I like how you did that spontaneity two-question thing yesterday and asking if you've ever done net control. I think that was a great idea, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, not a whole lot else to report. Thank you guys for doing what you do, or guys and gal. Anyways, back to you, Vicky, and 6QDY. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Didn't know you had a son that was a ham, but glad to hear it. Next up, Mike, K2CMT.
Good morning, Vicki. Good morning. This is the first time I get to talk to you, I think, on air. I see. I've been fiddling around with my end-fed antenna, trying to work the HF bands a little better. Got it reconfigured yesterday in another direction. Brought my SWR down from the 2 category all the way down into 1.47, 1.8, 1.5 in that area. So I'm happy. Hope it makes a difference on talking to you folks up there in Middle America, Northeast. That's all I've got for today, folks. Everyone have a great weekend coming up. This is Mike, K2CMT in DeBerry, Florida, 73.
Mike, and another team member, Mark, KE2EDS.
Good morning once again, Vicki. Good morning, Dick. As far as me, I'm excited this weekend. Big weekend with my dad and I getting out in the woods. And I make a big breakfast for my father tomorrow morning. He's 87 years old. Just so grateful that I have him and that I can get him outside. So it's a big weekend, Sunday. I have to bartend at my club for the Bills game. So I'll be busy all weekend. Have a great weekend to everyone else. KE2EDS.
Thank you, Mark. And next up, Chris, KB8PLB.
Good morning, Vicki, and everyone on the net. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. This weekend, looking to do a little hobby with hopefully to learn more about starting an all-star mode. I'd love to buy a one-and-all package where you kind of plug and play it, but that's part of the learning curve, so I appreciate that. And reviewing some of my DMR skills, too. Other than that, good weather this weekend, finish up all the leaves, and get back to doing all the good stuff. Everyone have a good week ahead. This is KB8PLV.
Thank you. Jason Lost on this list, WDA-PIC.
Good morning, Vicki. Let me turn this other radio down. I was listening on the scanner. Don't have too much to comment on, just I'd like to get some antenna work done this weekend. I've still got that dipole that you heard me talk about, but I don't want to be too much of a pest and lose my help, so I'm mentioning it a few times, and then I'll just let the Lord handle it. And you know, it works when there's no snow and ice and whatever. You know, the weather we've had around here. When that stuff was in here, I couldn't use the low bands because the SWR. It's not that, on some of the bands, it's not the best to begin with, and then when you get all the precipitation on it, it got really bad. So I'm just waiting patiently. You might say impatiently, but I have so much that I'm not going to complain. I've as you know from hearing me all these years, I've got so many neat blessings that, if it happens, it happens. Everybody is sound and good, and thank all the repeater owners and everybody that makes this system work. And Vicki, you're doing a great job. WD8PIC, back to net.
Thank you, Bob. TMRA's net is Sunday nights at 8. You might want to toss that out there. Might be some local people that are willing to help. All right, that's the end of that list. This is Vicki, K8VKY. And taking more chickens twice and slowly, please.
And 1YKT. And 1YKT.
KD6DIQ, in and out.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Kilo, Zulu Mike.
India.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Kilo, Zulu Mike.
India, in and out.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
The in and out, KF4, can you come back, please?
Kilo Foxtrot 4, Victor Golf India. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Victor Golf India. Wishing you a good weekend. Thanks.
All right, I got you in there, Aaron, and we also had in and out Todd, KD6BIQ. And we had Roger, N4RAG, Charles, KQ4, KZM, and at the top of this list, and first up, Johnny, N1KYT.
Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, everyone. On the Zoom room, on the second cup. Not much planned this weekend, just going to try to do some tower work that I've been attempting to do for the past 3 months, and finally got someone with a tall enough bucket truck to commit to this Sunday, so hopefully everything goes well. You guys take care. See you later. And 1 YKT.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm sorry, thank you, Johnny. Up next, Charles, TK4, case.
Good morning. This is the first time checking in on here. I've been checking out the Reflector a little bit here lately via Echo Link. And I've been enjoying it. Definitely that youth net. It's good to hear the kids doing the net control and doing a great job. Nothing much planned for the weekend. Just planning on working a little bit and trying to enjoy this good weather. We had dropped down in the 20s earlier in the week, back up in the 70s. We're mobile in Delta, Alabama. Hope everybody has a great weekend. This is Kilo Quebec 4, Kilo Zulu Mike.
Glad to have you. And yeah, the youth net is tonight at 8 o'clock. Roger, and 4 RHE.
KEA-VKY. Good morning, clever cousin. Thanks for serving a second cup. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. On my mind, just received my property tax bill. It's a sobering reminder of year's end. Thinking I might try some things I have never done next year. I've never taken an Uber. I've never had a Red Bull or any energy drink. And I've never been in a Starbucks. Maybe I'll try. November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast. Return to that.
I think you just looked at things I never want to do. It's all good, though. That's it. That was this is Vicky, K8EKY, the second cup. Taking more check-ins. Nice and slowly, please.
In and out.
W2BLT, W2BLT.
Now we'll start with that. We had K2 FAA in and out, and we also had Scott, W2BLT, who will be retiring from the morning brew soon. So, Scott, you're up first.
Well, good morning, Vicky. Doing a little bit of late checking in today. Woke up this morning, and the house was at a cool 58 degrees. I got a problem with the furnace, so he's coming this afternoon, and got some little space heaters going. I might go upstairs and fire up the heater in the attic and see what's going on. Everybody have a great day. This is W2BLT.
You just need a bigger amplifier in every room. This is Vicky, VKY. Taking more check-ins. Twice and slowly, please. Looks like I get to go to bed early today. Go back, take a nap. Last call, twice. No, maybe not so slowly. Last call.
Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra, Yankee, Quebec. Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra, Yankee, Quebec.
Okay, we had N5 RTC and just making sure I got this one right. KC1 CYQ.
Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Yankee Quebec.
Alright, we got you in there, David. KC1 SYQ, you're first.
Good morning, Vicky Dick in the second cup. I'm currently hanging out by the front window waiting for the furnace guys to inspect the furnace. Every year, the requirement to inspect the furnace for all rentals. Every year they have a requirement to inspect for deteriorating paint or suspect lead. Every year that has to be done. And then every July they will walk through the facility and ensure that anyway, yeah, just hanging out by the front window waiting for the but I just today, like you, Jeanette.
Alright, thank you, David. We got you in there, but it kind of sounds like maybe you're sitting in a rocking chair or walking around with an HP. But we were able to get you. Next up, Terry, N5 RTC.
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, everyone expressing their opinions or thoughts this morning. Kind of a typical weekend here in Austin. My 8-year-old grandson is playing baseball. 2 games tomorrow beginning at 8 a.m. and the time is fine. It's just that to get to the tournament site or the site, we have to drive an hour and a half. Reminds me of the days when my son was playing baseball and we traveled all over the state. So an hour and a half isn't really that bad, but it's a heck of a way to start a Saturday morning. Thanks for calling on me, Vicky. You, Dick, and everyone else on here, have a great weekend. This is N5 RTC, back to net control.
Thank you, Terry, and I'm sure it's well worth it, though. Alright, this is Vicky, K8VKY with Dick, WB2JPQ. Last call.
Mike 0, Papa Tango, UK station.
The UK station, come again. Actually, I think I figured it out. And 0, PPT, Paul.
Mike 0, Papa Tango. Yes, good afternoon from the UK. It's just 10 to 3 in the afternoon here, and we're having a terrific storm today. Back to you, my friends.
Alright, thanks for stopping by. This is Vicky, K8VKY with Dick, WB2JPQ. Returning the reflector back to normal amateur use.
Thank you for letting me into your net. I am trying to actually speak to any station from Mississippi, just to get my QRZ award, but I'm having not much luck, so I'm going to keep monitoring and listen for any stations that are out there from Mississippi. Mike 0, Papa Tango, looking for any stations in Mississippi.
system you're listening to is connected to the East Coast Reflector. The East Coast Reflector and its associated bridges are open to all licensed amateur radio operators worldwide. The system is provided to make contacts and pass information between operators. It also serves the public as a voluntary, non-commercial communication service for emergency communications.
MHN, listening.
I caught tail end of someone texting me and saying they were listening, but I didn't catch the call sign. This is K5 AUG Kilo 5 Alpha Uniform Golf.
This is KF0 MHN Kilo Foxtrot 0 Mike Hotel November. You're barely reaching the computer, so I can transmission.
To the other linked repeater, is this any better? K5 AUG?
Yeah, that's a lot better. My name is Bill, KF0 MHN. Good morning to you.
Morning, Bill. Name's Austin. Nice to meet you as well. I'm headed east on 290 out of Austin down towards...
Well, my residence is in Minnesota, but I'm in Arizona right now. I'm right outside of Phoenix, and we took a couple weeks to come down here and just check it out and see what it was all about. Yeah, I'll be listening.
Delta Juliet, KF3DJ, listening.
Listening station, this is KF0MH.
Question mark, KF3DJ, go ahead.
This is KF0MHN. Bill, good morning to you.
You get to the second part of your call sign, it breaks up, so I missed it. I have KF0 Mike Hotel. Is that part of it correct?
That's correct. KF0MHN, Mike Hotel, November.
All that time, very good. Name here is Ron, Romeo, Oscar, November, and I'm located in Columbus, Pennsylvania. Columbus, PA is a tiny, small, did I mention it's not very big, community about 30 miles southeast of the city of Erie in the northwestern corner of PA. Good to hear from you. What's your name and where are you?
Well, my name is Bill, and I'm outside of Phoenix right now, but I live in Minnesota, and I actually grew up in northeast Ohio, so I'm a bit familiar with Erie, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but I've been in Minnesota for 30 years.
I was sorry to hear that Class A and Ortiz were, I guess you could say, sucked in by gamblers. Hated to hear that. I worked with the Indians when they were called the Indians on voiceovers for the Cleveland Indians radio network. Oh gosh, I hate to say it, but back in the day when the Indians were bad, go ahead.
I just don't understand with Class A and Ortiz what they're chasing. I mean, those guys paid a lot of money, and I just don't understand why they get sucked into the gambling. But I remember the Indians when they were bad. I followed them many years. I remember the days of Sam McDowell, Rocky Colavito, Louis Tiant, all those guys back in the 60s, and of course in the 70s there were some bad teams. I got an autographed baseball of Buddy Bell and Jack Brohammer, and they had some interesting characters like George Hendrick, Mel Hall, Joe Carter, some of those guys back in the day, even Joe Charbonneau.
Erie, Pennsylvania, we put on sports banquets every year. He came right after he got his rookie season in, and Joe, I think that was the only good year he had. That was also the year that he got off the bus and beat up the guy that was attacking a woman or something like that. Anyway, nicest guy, certainly was well behaved and didn't cause any trouble. He wasn't as big as I expected when I met him. I'm only 5'6", 5'7", and he wasn't much bigger than me, over.
He was one of those guys, he had that one year, and then he just never panned out. It seemed like the Cleveland Indians back in the day had a lot of those one-hit wonders. I don't know if you remember a guy they had, Miguel Delaney. He really hit the ball well. He was a slap hitter, had high average, and then one day he hit a home run, and then that ruined his career.
Your audio took a fade. Who were you talking about?
They had a guy named Miguel. He was a hitter, and he played pretty well. He had high average, leadoff hitter, and that was the end of his career. He tried to hit more home runs.
It seemed to me that good players would come up out of the minors, and like you said, I don't know if it was management or bad habits, that they're in the big leagues and they don't have to work as hard. Who knows? All I can think of is that picture of Keith Hernandez. All those years he spent with the Cardinals, and he gets into the Cleveland Indians, and he was standing on second base in a preseason game, and the look on his face, something kind of told me he didn't want to be there.
Well, I think for a lot of major league players that was they kind of knew that was coming to the end if you got sent to Cleveland back then. Interesting thing about the Indians, 1995 was the year that I moved to Minnesota, and of course that was the year of the World Series, and